All right, everybody, welcome back to yet another series here on the Dakota Collegiate Rocket League channel. It was a blast of a series in that last one. Our boy Yellow Dog took the seat of the casting, the lead caster. I got to sit behind the scenes, press the buttons. It was a lot of fun to watch. Fortunately, it was a 3-0 sweep, but nonetheless, it was a fun series to watch. But we do have another Division B match here on the night. I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Kemek. How are we feeling tonight, man?
Feeling pretty good.
Hell yeah, love to hear it. Love to hear it. We got an exciting matchup here. We got two teams that are kind of towards the bottom of Division B. So we got Stormwatchers and Scrub Daddies. I haven't had the opportunity to cast too much of Stormwatchers. I think I've done Scrub Daddies before. So it's going to be a couple of fun series here on the night. I am super excited to get into that one. I do want to give a quick shout out before we toss it over to the other screen. We had I think it was like a level 5 hype train on the stream last series. So a bunch of people gifting subs, and it is so appreciated. Obviously, everything is free here, so when people decide to donate some of their money, it's very much appreciated. It helps us run LAN and a couple other projects that we run here in Dcrl. So huge appreciation to all the people that helped out there. But I'm gonna go ahead and toss it over to a little bit of some of the stats here and take a quick peek at what's going on here in Division B. Stormwatchers and Scrub Daddy. So like I said, both of them are currently 1 and 3, and if you kind of look at their winning percentage, they have it's pretty similar. So Stormwatchers sitting at 33% and Scrub Daddy sitting at 37%. So a couple close matchups here. Something that does stand out to me here is in the saves category, Scrub Daddies looking like a defensive team here, leading the division with 5.31 saves per game. Looks like I said, kind of sitting in the back, parking the bus, if you will, and just kind of try and block as many shots as possible, and maybe kind of turn that around into some goals. And then Stormwatchers, not leading the league or the division in anything, but they also are kind of looking a little bit more defensive. They're pretty close to that Scrub Daddy's 5.31 saves per game. They're sitting at 5.07 themselves. So maybe a couple slower, more defensive playstyle teams gonna be facing off here, but whoever does win this series will progress to 2 and 3 on the season, which will be huge as we go into the playoffs. But gonna go ahead, toss it now over to the Stormwatchers and kind of break them down a little bit. The captain of this team is a guy that's pretty familiar around here on the stream. V-Storm does a lot of streaming, does a lot of casting. They had a little bit unfortunate start to the season. Just last week, I think they were able to find their first series win on the season, so which was great to hear. But V-Storm is joined by Rickamus Prime, one of my favorite names in all of DCRL, and then also joined by Huskers. Nothing too crazy stats wise. Like I said, this team is not scoring too many goals. You can see everybody kind of sitting similar around that 0.5 goals per game. And I'm not too sure who's leading the division in goals per game, but I can guarantee you it's going to be above 1. So just kind of in comparison, all these guys not really scoring too many goals, but you know, we saw their saves per game. They were pretty close up there. So looking for this team to maybe try and transform some of that defense into some offense going into this series. But I'm going to go ahead and now toss it over to the Scrub Daddies team, where I'm going to have Kemek talk a little bit about these guys.
Yeah, so Scrub Daddies, again, 1 and 3. Believe that's Mitch? Mythics?
Mitch. Just call him Mitch. Just call him Mitch.
Mitch?
Yep.
Okay. Mitch, captain of Scrub Daddies, followed by Aqua and Bomba. Honestly, all the stats here are looking pretty even. This is a very well-rounded team. Higher goals than Stormwatchers. But nothing really too crazy. One stat that really does kind of stand out to me a little bit, though, is Scrub Daddy's net worth of 220 million. So that's something to look out for.
All right.
but other than that, nothing really too crazy. Mitch kind of leading in shots per game for these guys, but other than that, nothing really too crazy.
Yeah, like we said, you can see the goals per game difference between, you know, the Scrub Daddies team and the Stormwatchers team. And I kind of toss it back and forth here. You know, Mitch and Aqua, they're you know, scaring, edging, if you will, that 1 goal per game area. And I mean, Aqua the Maniac, he is a former Division A player. You know, to play with, I think he got kind of, I don't know if you want to call it reached for, but he got picked up by his former varsity captain, so he's got the Division A experience, and he's currently leading his team in goals per game. And also that 39% shooting percentage is looking fantastic from him as well. So it's gonna be a lot of fun as we do go into this one. And yeah, I'm not too sure what else to kind of comment on them about these guys. I know Stormwatchers, like I said, they're, you know, coming off of their first win. So we're going to kind of see tonight if the floodgates open for this team. I mean, kind of get that weight off your shoulders, get that first win out of the way. And we're going to see if that kind of, how that affects things as we go into here. But Chemic, I'm going to go ahead and ask you what is going to be your prediction. And we got a couple people in the chat just dying to know what your predictions are for this match.
So I am going to go for Scrub Daddies this match. That, like you said, Aqua Maniacs, kind of 39 shooting percentage. I feel like that's going to be kind of predatory towards Stormwatchers a little bit. It'll be interesting to see how these players kind of mix and match with each other.
Yeah, totally. I mean, like you said, that's actually a pretty good point. I mean, you got Aqua Maniac, he's got almost the lowest shots per game, but I mean, he's slotting in a lot of them, right? He's got a pretty high shooting percentage, and you know, we're kind of going to see how that matches up against what appears to be a more defensive play style of Stormwatchers. We're going to see who what part of their game is stronger. We're going to find out, but I'm going to go against you. I'm going to put my faith in the Stormwatchers here. Like I said before, I think they got the momentum rolling, right? That kind of that snowball effect. You start off small, slowly gain some momentum, gain some more weight. I don't know how you want to interpret that, but but I think this Stormwatchers team can carry that momentum and maybe find the win here tonight. I do know that this Scrub Daddies team has brought a couple very good teams to a, you know, game 5s before. So the Scrub Daddies team, you know, their 1-3 record might not fully represent, you know, what they're about, but it's gonna be an interesting one. I'm gonna say Stormwatchers take this one. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say game 4. I'm gonna say game 4, 3-1. So it's gonna be fun. But yeah, like I said, predictions for those of you in the chat, if you guys want to use some of the of your channel points or your boost on some of the teams here, the predictions will be up for a little bit longer here as we get ready into this one. Chemic, just out of curiosity, have you seen how much Div B have you seen?
I think I've casted a little bit of Div B. Other than that, I haven't seen too much. I don't know, this will be kind of interesting to see some higher level gameplay.
Yeah, because I remember we kind of got your first glimpse into Division A a couple weeks ago. So kind of comparing this to the Division A gameplay that you've kind of seen is going to be a lot of fun. But something kind of a storyline I will mention is that Aqua Maniac and Baba Kanoosh, they are one of the most storied players in all of Dcrl. They've been playing together at their school for a very, very long time over at the University of Jamestown. So we're going to see if their chemistry pays off here tonight. Scrub Daddies and the Stormwatchers getting things underway.
Absolutely. Stormwatchers kind of starting off immediately with this amazing pressure, and Rickamus Prime with a shot, but barely able, or not able to kind of sink it into the corner there. D-Storm going to put something up mid. Unfortunately, Rickamus just isn't quite there. Going to maybe see if we can't keep this pressure off the wall a little bit, but things are getting turned around quite quickly here.
Yeah, for sure. 30 seconds in, we saw a very close opportunity there from Rickamus to start things off. That's definitely what you like to see. One of the many mistakes that a lot of teams make as Aqua Maniac is there for the absolute slot. Puts that one in. First goal of the series underway here. What I was kind of saying is a mistake that a lot of teams make is the fact that they start off slow. We kind of saw it last series too, where I think there was like a 5-0 start to the series. You got to kind of come out strong A lot of it kind of comes down to your warm-up, you know, before the series, or just your mental going into it. So we're going to be looking for both these teams to kind of come out swinging, and it looks like Aquamaniac is. He's just putting goals in left, right, and center. And Scrub Daddies going to go up by 2 just a minute in.
Absolutely. I don't know if anyone else caught it on that first goal, but there was a major bump there by Mitch.
Oh, okay.
Kind of right out. So that'll kind of be interesting to see if that kind of trend continues throughout the series.
Now we do see Rickamus off the sidewall here. Aquamaniac, like we said, he's going to kind of be one of these standout players, showing off some great skill here. Decent air dribble, goes up off the sidewall. Rickamus is the last man back, trying to pop it over Baba Kanoosh, ends up working. But the captain, Mitch, coming in with 0 boost, trying to maintain this pressure here. Baba Kanoosh cuts us off at midfield. Aquamaniac has a boost to work with. Might have another touch here, but handled well by Huskers.
Baba Kanoosh going to actually end up bumping Huskers into the ball, kind of sending it into that orange corner. Aquamaniac, a pass to Baba Kanoosh, and that's an amazing goal.
The pass play comes out here. We're going to see this connection a lot here tonight, folks. Baba Kanoosh on the pass over from Aquamaniac is, you know, beautiful stuff coming out from Scrub Daddies. I mentioned it right before the series started. The chemistry between these this Aquamaniac and Baba Kanoosh player. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch here as things progress. I don't even want to know how many hours those two guys have played together over the past like 2 or 3 years of being on a team together. So Mitch definitely got a steal there and picking one of the most chemistry-based duos here in Division B.
Yeah, I guess I don't really know much about these two's storyline, but based off the sound of it, it seems like Mitch got pretty lucky here.
Ooh, that's going to be awkward. Huskers needs to make an awkward save. He does. It looks like all of Storm Watchers don't have a lot of boost. Rickamus maybe had a shot at an open net there, but just a little bit wide. Almost caught Scrub Daddies lacking. Almost halfway through game number 1 here. Storm Watchers still looking to try and find something. They haven't had too many opportunities. Huskers is the last man back. Mitch trying to put a shot on net. Can't quite find it. Now this 50 is going to be dangerous. Aquamaniac going to try and follow it himself. Gets a touch off of a bump from V-Storm, who's going to try and aggressively push up to find a touch on Mitch. Don't mind that. Try and restrict as much airspace here as possible. Mitch trying to make things awkward here. Baba Kanoosh trying to corral this ball. Can't quite do it. V-Storm ends up kind of giving away possession there straight to Mitch, who has a good jump up. Aquamaniac puts a shot on goal, but a good save by Rickamus.
An amazing redirect there from Aquamaniac, but Rickamus kind of showing that he's a bit of that brick wall for the Stormwatchers team. Not only that, but is he absolutely putting the pressure on Scrub Daddy's back wall here.
Yeah, V-Storm going to go off the back wall here, trying to find the pass mid. It is there, Rickamus. I remember the last time I did see the Stormwatchers team, Rickamus was, you know, one of the main aggressors, one of the main forms of offense here. I'm seeing V-Storm kind of maybe step a little bit into that role as he's being a little bit more aggressive, kind of setting up a lot of these opportunities. Baba Kanoosh now going up off the sidewall. Early challenge from V-Storm. Just jumping early here, not trying to give any space to Scrub Daddy. It's going to center decent, but a great touch from Baba Kanoosh puts his midfield. Huskers going to rip a shot, but Aquamaniac with a great goal line save.
Rickamus going to put something off the backboard there. Immediately blocked out by Mitch. V-Storm going to go up for a challenge, but Aquamaniac getting it just over top of him. A great setup there from Huskers, but unfortunately, Rickamus just couldn't seem to get the right touch there.
50 seconds to go. We're seeing Stormwatchers with a lot of pressure here in the latter half of this game, which is definitely a good sign if you're a Stormwatchers fan. V-Storm, low boost shot is online, but Baba Kanoosh also with low boost makes a great save. Husker's going to come in again, rings it off the crossbar, and I think that's a couple chances that I think Stormwatchers are going to want back. They've had the opportunities, just not able to capitalize on that, and that's just left wide open on a great pass across by Aquamaniac, and Scrub Daddies find their fourth.
Speaking about capitalize, Scrub Daddies is absolutely making sure that that game 4 you're talking about is not happening.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, man, maybe this is the one game I was talking about that Stormwatchers give up. You never know.
Maybe.
But Oh, might be another one here. This is gonna be very reminiscent of the last series we watched. I mentioned it. The last one, game number 1, was a 5-0 start to the series, maybe even 6. I don't remember, but yeah, Scrub Daddies off to a very hot start here. Although I do feel like Stormwatchers should have at least like 2 goals if I'm gonna be real. They've had a lot of great chances. I mean, there was a good solid minute and a half there where they had some very good pressure as a pinch from Rickamus almost finds V-Storm. Maybe a one for the road. Huskers not able to find the touch. Rickamus is gonna pop this ball up, and maybe V-Storm does keep it up. It's decent. Baba goes up off the sidewall. Mitch is gonna try and keep this up. Bounces it up off the corner. This is gonna go midfield. Aquamaniac gonna try and get one more for the road. Gonna go off the corner. Ball is read by V-Storm. He's gonna pop it up. Is anybody there? Rickamus is, and that ball will touch the ground. Finally, Scrub Daddies with a very dominant game number 1.
Scrub Daddies just kind of coming out the gate swinging, and Aquamaniac just absolutely taking charge. A hat trick and all.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the lobby lead in goals at 3. Like you said, the hat trick. He's got 2 assists, 4 saves. I mean, come on. I mean, he's getting involved with like every aspect of the game here, putting the team, I wouldn't say on his back, but especially at those first couple of goals, really setting the tone for this series, Scrub Daddies. And I don't think you're gonna be able to rely on Aquamaniac to drop 1,000 points every single game, but you can for sure, expect a somewhat of a Division A performance out of Aquamaniac almost every game, and he showed it here in game number 1.
Do you think him playing in Division A in the past has somewhat of an effect, him now being around Div B now?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you get used to, when you play with the really fast, high-ranked players, it's almost impossible not to get faster yourself. And I think we kind of saw that here in this lobby with Aquamaniac, just beating out a lot of players, making a lot of great saves to start off, that game number 1. So yeah, for sure, it helped him progress as a player, just playing with, such high-ranked players. But anyways, getting into game 2. Stormwatcher's gonna need to answer back here. I'm looking for Stormwatchers to kind of play how they were, for that 2-minute period of time in the latter half of that game number 1. That could be dangerous. Where's the second man? V-Storm's there, but Mitch makes a good save. But yeah, I don't know about you, Chemic, but if Stormwatchers can play, similarly to how they were playing, I think they got a chance to win a couple games here.
I feel Stormwatchers has definitely proven themselves here in this first game, but we're just unable to capitalize on the many, many shots that they had. It's kind of sad to see if you're a Stormwatchers fan.
Yeah, because you do all the work to get the ball, really close, to put it that last step. Just putting that ball in the net. It's so close, but yet so far, right? One of those moments for Stormwatchers, but looking good so far for them. They've had some good pressure here. The ball's been spending some time here in the blue half. V-Storm gonna run this ball up the wall, but shut down by Mitch. Maybe looking for Aquamaniac. Huskers will shut this down in the midfield here. Baba Knoosh finds a big clear out. One thing I'm kind of seeing from Stormwatchers is I've seen them a couple times kind of give away possession just freely. Whereas maybe they could, maybe find a controlling touch, make it a little bit scarier. But Baba Knoosh might have a shot here, and that's what he's known for, is his shooting. He's such a great third man. Finds that top left corner, and Scrub Daddies strike first here in game 2.
Something that I think Stormwatchers might need to watch out for is right there in that goal, they had 2 kind of center instead of having kind of 1 at each post. I feel like that's half the reason of Scrub Daddies being so effective on that half of the field.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a good point. A lot of it could also just be confidence, right? I mean, they haven't found that first goal yet. They're kind of still looking for it. And I think similarly to, finding their first win on the series, on the season, finding that first goal is going to mean a lot for this team. But let's see if they can find it. Rickamus looking a little bit awkward here as Huskers maybe going to try and find a pass across to V-Storm. Cut short by Aquamaniac. It's going to be on. Baba Knoosh almost finds a crazy touch off the backboard. And that would have been an insane way for goal 2 to go in. But still got a lot of Rocket League to play. Still a 1-0 game here, Chemic. Stormwatchers still looking for their first.
Stormwatcher is going to try and see if they can't put this pressure on Scrub Daddy's side, but unfortunately with little to no boost in the tank, Scrub Daddy's just kind of pushing it right on back. Aquamaniac going to go up for maybe a bit of an air dribble there. Unfortunately, Rickamus kind of clearing that out into the corner. Going to be set up mid by Mitch. An amazing shot by Baba Kanoosh, but Huskers is there. Rickamus going to try for a 50, wins, and unfortunately able to get that second shot onto net.
I can kind of tell by the way Stormwatchers are playing is they're trying not to play passive, which is, in my opinion, a good thing. We're seeing, you know, many members of Stormwatchers jumping very aggressively for a lot of balls up in the air, not giving Scrub Daddies the space that they're trying to get, which is honestly in threes a very important aspect. It's really hard to play passive in threes, and so just kind of play aggressive. I think Stormwatchers are doing a decent job at that. Rickamus makes a great goal line save. V-Storm maybe going to try and run some aggression here. Not able to find anything. Rickamus does find one though. Big booming clear comes out. Husker's going to follow up on his own clear here. Trying to get this ball mid. The pinch does come out, and this ball goes back to this orange half as Stormwatchers try to scramble back here. Aquamaniac looking for maybe a layoff pass there. Nothing comes from it. Baba Kanoosh try and put a shot on that. Rickamus with a big pass up. Huskers almost finds a great touch off the wall. That would have been a great way to get the scoring underway here for Stormwatchers.
Mitch going to try for the 50 in the corner. Ends up getting a great setup on net, but unfortunately the second man just is not ready yet. Aquamaniac going to see if he can't set something up off the backboard, but Huskers clearing it out to the wall and going to see if he can't put something here on net. Bob Canoe going to take control, 50'd out there by, I believe that was Huskers. And Huskers just going to keep this pressure on for the Stormwatchers, seeing if he can't send this game 2 into overtime. Off rip.
Yeah, that definitely would be good. Some good pressure here. V-Storm maybe looking for Huskers. He's there, makes contact. Shot's a little high though. Brings it up off the backboard. Aquamaniac now going to look for a counterattack. Goes low with the 50. Gets it around Rickamus. Huskers is back. That's a great flick. Midfield, but some great backward presence there. 10 seconds to go. Stormwatchers desperately need one here. Scrub Daddy's scrambling back. That's kind of an awkward touch there from V-Storm. Huskers is there, but a good 50 comes out. Maybe one more chance. V-Storm, the shot's online. Huskers trying to find the 50. Can't find it, and all of Stormwatchers are there. And man, so close there for the Stormwatchers. They have the pressure, just not able to find the back of the net as Scrub Daddy is going to take game 2 here.
Unfortunate for Stormwatchers and Stormwatcher fans. It's kind of sad seeing it a little bit.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they have the chances. We saw it in game 1. Now we've seen it in game 2. They have the pressure. They're doing the necessary steps to set up goals, but it's just that last step. Someone needs to be able to find that shot, and just ultimately put it in the back of the net. And so far, Stormwatchers just haven't been able to do it. We kind of saw it in the pregame stats too, right? I mean, pretty low goals per game across the board. So that might kind of be an issue for the Stormwatchers team, is just, completing that last final step. They're doing everything else great. They got good pressure. They're not giving Scrub Daddies any space. And if they can just kind of capitalize on some more of those chances, I think they can do it. But now, ladies and gentlemen, they are going to need a reverse sweep to take this one. I'm not gonna lie, it'd be kind of sucky to have 2 3-0 sweeps in a row, but game 3 is kind of gonna be the decider here.
It'd be amazing to see Stormwatchers kind of take that final step and get those shots on net, send us to a game 5, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure. Game 3 underway though. Things getting off to a hot start here. This ball is up. V-Storm maybe had a shot, but an amazing touch there by Aquamaniac defensively, as V-Storm looking a little bit awkward. Baba Kanoosh taking his time, gets a good 50. Huskers low on boost here. This could be dangerous. That's a great 50 again by Baba Kanoosh. And I don't know who that was on the backboard. I think it was V-Storm, low boost. Not able to find the touch, and Scrub Daddies on a great counterattack set up by Baba Kanoosh find the first goal once again.
V-Storm unfortunately not having enough in the tank, and it just gets right over top of him. A great setup there from Baba Kanoosh to Aquamaniac. You are really right about that that kind of chemistry that they've had. I mean, these two have clearly been a driving force on the Scrub Daddies, especially in this series.
Oh yeah, it's definitely evident when you see them play, right? I mean, you see it time and time again. Aquamaniac maybe has a chance here, gets a great first touch, but Huskers with a great save. And honestly, Huskers has kind of been one of the saving graces for the Stormwatchers defense, making good save after good save. Rickamus, not a lot of boost, makes a decent touch off of his own backboard. V-Storm trying to find a clear out. Finally, it's going to be Huskers. But again, Baba Kanoosh, who has been one of the more dominant third men, but it's Mitch finding a goal here. Net is left wide open, and I gotta give it to Baba Kanoosh. He's one of those like third man roles that we've seen throughout Dcrl. We've been blessed to see them play for a long time, and Baba Kanoosh does such a good job at that third man role. Doesn't double commit too much, keeps the ball, you know, that midfield presence strong, great shooting, and that wouldn't happen without Baba Kanoosh.
Absolutely. Scrub Daddy is going to see if they can't clear it out into the orange side. Rickamus is going to see if he can't put it right on back. Mitch off the sidewall, unfortunately with little to no boost, unable to do much with it. That's Rickamus off to the corner, and a great shot on net, I believe that was Huskers there, but blocked out by Aquamaniac. V-Storm gonna see if he can't put something up, but Mitch getting it over top. Ooh. Another great shot on net. Rickamus is just barely not there. Unfortunate. It's the same sad story for the entirety of this series for Stormwatchers. A great setup, but unfortunately just unable to capitalize on that final hit.
You kind of also got to give it to Scrub Daddies. I mean, they are leading the division in saves per game. We saw it right there. I mean, like you said, it was a great chance, but all three members of Scrub Daddies just hunkered down in that net whenever there's any sort of chance happening. And when there's three people in the net, we saw Huskers get a great bump, but it didn't matter because there was two other people just waiting in the net to make the save. So great stuff coming from them. Mitch almost finds the angle and the demo. Would have been an icy goal there to go up by 3. So far, it's still doable for Stormwatchers. It's a great touch from Rickamus here. He's going to try and find this ball midfield, but Mitch going to shut that one down. V-Storm finds a clear out.
Husker is going to get that right on past Mitch, and Rickamus is going to see if he can't drive it into the corner, maybe get a good setup. A pass to Huskers, but Mitch is there for the 50. Baba Kanoosh going to try and clear it. Another 50 by, I believe that was Rickamus there. And Mitch just sliding a shot right on past the second, third.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there. The shot does come out. Yeah, I think both people there are kind of left grabbing boost. Net is just wide open. Mitch finds the open shot. Scrub Daddy's going to go up by 3. 2 minutes left to go, though. Again, Stormwatchers need to kind of almost do the impossible now. This ball is going to waterfall down. Both Rickamus and Huskers double commit, and that's going to be another one. And man, oh man, it kind of seems to be falling apart here defensively for this Stormwatchers team as they go down by 4.
If Stormwatchers is somehow, by the grace of the Rocket League gods, able to turn this series around, I feel like this would be one of the best comebacks in DCRL.
Yeah, it would be. Maybe a chance here. V-Storm not able to find the chance there. He's gonna go off the wall here, maybe try and find a pass mid. Can't quite do it. Baba Kanoosh on the counterattack. You're gonna find a shot. Huskers is there for the save. He's gonna try and make another touch here. Gets demoed in the process. V-Storm makes a much needed touch. Aquamaniac half tank a boost here. Gonna go up off the wall. Shut down nice and early by Rickamus. Minute to go, like you said. By the grace of Rocket League gods, they're going to need to find something here. But right now, Scrub Daddies are threatening over and over to have a perfect series. No goals allowed so far for the Scrub Daddies team. And you got a minute left to continue up that stat line.
Either way, no matter how this series turns out, it's great for either team. Scrub Daddies either having this clean series on their records, kind of evident of the name a little bit, or Stormwatchers having an amazing turnaround.
Yep, 35 seconds to go looking more bleak and bleak by the second here. Baba Kanoosh gonna find another one here. Demo does come out. Aquamaniac slows things down here. Husker, or Rickamus finally does go. The clear is on net. Baba Kanoosh has an easy save. Mitch off the backward, gonna clear this one out. V-Storm is in the right spot though. He's gonna bounce up. Rickamus, not the best touch here. You're gonna try and find this midfield. 10 seconds to go. And yeah, it's gonna be all pretty much over here for Scrub Daddies. Very dominant series. Can Stormwatchers maybe get one for the road? I think this will touch the ground. Baba Kanoosh keeps it up. Yeah, that's just gonna find its way in. Scrub Daddies taking game 3 here. 5-0 sweep. Quick and easy here. 2 3-0 sweeps back here, back to back here in Div B.
It's sad to see if you're a Stormwatchers fan. Unfortunate, but Scrub Daddies kind of cleaning up, just cleaning up this series.
Yeah, no, I do apologize. I'm trying. I'm trying my best to get hype. But yeah, it's hard. It's definitely hard for a team like this. I mean, Scrub Daddies played out of their minds. I mean, defensively especially, right? I mean, they were shutting down so many great opportunities set up by Stormwatchers. But I mean, ultimately it was Scrub Daddies pretty much every step of the way here. But yeah, we're gonna try and get these guys in for a winner's interview here as I try and get things set up. Let's see, I don't want to send it over to the wrong one here. Okay, yeah, should be good. Awkwardly sends up Stormwatchers. That'd be great, wouldn't it? But all right, let's get these guys in, and we're gonna go ahead. First and foremost, huge congratulations. Very dominant series. That's one of the few perfect series we've had in DCRL history. I think we've had a couple, but that was, I don't know if you guys realized, but that was, you guys allowed 0 goals. They didn't score 1, so a very dominant series coming out. I'll toss it over to you, Mitch. What are the vibes as the captain here coming out of this week? You know, you find your second win on the season. How are we looking going into season 7 or week 7, not season 7?
Just playing chill, being a team more than anything, really.
Love the vibes. Can you talk a little bit about, I mean, we're gonna kind of talk about it. What's kind of one of the main talking points was, how about the chemistry between these two boys, Aquamaniac, Baba Kanoosh? I mean, kind of get honestly, one of the steals. I mean, one of the most storied. Okay. Talk a little bit about playing with these two guys and kind of how you're fitting with them.
I mean, I'm just kind of chilling on the back line, letting them go up and do everything. I mean, I really don't have to do much on the front end. Just passing back and forth between themselves. So I'll take it.
Yeah, no, like we said, we've seen these two guys quite a long time. They have a lot of history together, and it's definitely a lot of fun to watch. But Kemek, I'll toss it over to you if you got any questions for these guys.
I do have one for kind of either Aquamaniac or Baba Kanoosh. How have you guys gotten so good as a duo? Has it just been like the years of playing and learning, or is it just pure kind of luck?
I'd probably say, since we've been on the team for like, this is our 3rd year playing together, right?
Yeah.
We've just kind of know how each other plays, and we just kind of play off of each other. We're not always going to be like perfect, but we tend to realize what each other is going to do with the ball, whether it's like 50 or pass off backboard kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. I think
no
we
way.
see that a lot, going back and forth. But I'll toss this to you, Baba Kanoosh, to kind of put you on the spot. Who's better, Mitch or Marty?
Ooh, that's a close one. No, I gotta glaze Marty. I mean, he's pretty good, I guess.
Snap
not
of the
there
fingers. Next time, Mitch.
Not there yet, man. Not there yet.
For those of you that don't know, Marty, former DCRL player, used to be the 3rd teammate to Aquamaniac and Baba Kanoosh on that UJ team. So just kind of backstory. So I thought I'd throw that one in there. But I will say, you got a fan behind you. Who's that, man?
This is Mr. Cubbles. He's in Div.
Yo,
D,
it's
right?
Cubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've got a chance to actually have him on stream yet, which is kind of funny, but
Well, now he is.
But anyways, yeah. Anyways, Kimmick, you got anything last to say here before we send this one away?
Nothing really.
All right. Well, like I said, huge congrats. You get the perfect series here. No goals allowed. 3-0 sweep. Nice and easy for you guys. Do you guys know who you face next? I'm not even sure, honestly. I don't have it pulled up. If anybody has it.
I think it's not Skade's team, Silk's team, I think.
Silk's team?
Oh,
Okay. Xynergy?
That
I could
sounds
be
right.
wrong on that, but I think so.
Okay, yeah. I would try and pull it up right now, but I don't have it up. No big deal.
Yeah, it is energy.
Okay, how are you? Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and send it away. Huge congratulations, boys, and good luck going into the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, quick 3-0 sweep here yet again. 2 back-to-back for Division B. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if we've had back-to-back sweeps like that, but makes the stream go by super quick, and we're gonna have makes us have longer intermissions. So kind of bad for the content, but as always, Chemic, huge thanks to you, man, for hopping on the desk with me. And gotta ask, I mean, how does this compare to Div A? Is there a noticeable difference to you?
I feel like Div A, there's a lot. I feel like the ball doesn't touch the ground as much in Div A. I don't know. It's something about like the flying monkey circus show of Div A is kind of fun to watch.
Unless you're Swamp Donkey, because that guy loves being on the ground. I'm sure you don't really know that, but just he loves the ground plays. But
I'll see if I can't watch him next time he's on though.
Yeah, for sure. But anyways, like I said, thank you so much for hopping on with me. It's been a blast. But yeah, Scrub Daddies with a whatever I just said, quick 3-0 sweep on the Storm Watchers. And like I said, we're gonna go to a quick intermission. We got one more series on the night. It is going to be a Division D matchup. We're gonna see one of the more dominant players of teams of Division D battle it out here. A couple of great Division D teams. So if you want to see that, make sure you stick around, and we will be back right after the break. Peace out.